Myself, Dr. Satish Farate from Adarsh College, Badlapur. I am here to make presentation on partnership final accounts, which is a first module of the paper Accountancy and Financial Management. In this module, what we are going to discuss. Number one will be partnership final accounts. In this partnership final accounts, this is module number one. The following are the contents or topics we can say. Number one, meaning of final accounts. In this meaning of final accounts, we have to discuss what do we mean by final accounts. Second one will be methods of maintaining the final accounts. Third one will be partnership deed, meaning of partnership deed. Next to that, nature of final accounts. Then pro forma of trading account, pro forma of profit and loss account, pro forma of profit and loss appropriation account, and pro forma of balance sheet. And lastly, important adjustments related to this topic. Let us go for first one, nature of final accounts. What is final accounts basically? Final accounts means and generally consist of following things. Number one, trading account. Trading account. Number two, profit and loss account. Number three, profit and loss appropriation account. And number four, balance sheet. These are the four contents of the natural nature of final accounts. What is trading account? Trading account generally gives you the information regarding trading operations or manufacturing operations of the business entity. Profit and loss account gives you the information regarding profitability of the organization, consisting of indicating administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, financial expenses, losses, and after from that the gross profit. These items are deducted and you will get the net profit. Profit and loss appropriation account gives you appropriation of profit towards remuneration, commission, interest of the partners. And lastly, balance sheet provides you the information regarding assets and liabilities of the business. Coming to the next slide. This slide gives you the information regarding meaning of final accounts. As we have already discussed, but we will discuss in detail. Final accounts are the financial statements required to be prepared by every business entity. This every business entity is very important. Every business entity means what? It means an organization. Every business entity means each business organization is required to prepare the final account. Say for example, proprietary concern, partnership concern, company, or as the case may be, they are supposed to prepare the final accounts, financial statements periodically. Periodically means it may be quarterly, half yearly, or yearly. Usually, final accounts are on yearly basis. Therefore, if financial statements are final accounts are financial statements required to be prepared by every business entity after end of specific period or year. Objectives of preparing final account. Final accounts are mainly prepared for three objectives. Number one, to find out financial position of the organization. That means what is total operation, what is total turnover, what is total business volume done by the organization. To find out the financial position of the organization, what are the assets, what are its liabilities. Mainly assets and liabilities at the end of the period or at the end of the year are taken into consideration with the help of this financial position of the organization. It is mainly indicated with the help of balance sheet. Second objective is to find out the profitability of the organization. Profitability of the organization. It means at the end of the period or year, what is total profit earned or what are the total losses suffered by the business entity on account of business undertaken during the period or undertaken during the year. That is also located with the help of this profitability of organization. Third one, to provide necessary information to the stakeholders. Now, what do you mean by stakeholders? Stakeholders are nothing but the entities which are interested in knowing the financial position of the organization. For example, the various stakeholders are, say, number one, owner, number two, banker, number three, creditors, number four, employees, number five, government. Now we will see how these different persons are interested in knowing the financial position of the business. For example, owner. As far as owner is concerned, owner will say that owner is interested because if owner gets a profit, he will have inducement or incentive for doing the business. Therefore, to know the profitability or to know the financial stability of the business, owner is always interested to prepare the financial statements or final accounts. Second one is bankers. Whenever bankers are providing loan to the business entity, or whenever loan is to be obtained from the financial institutions, the business organization has to prepare its final accounts and has to present on yearly basis to the banking institutions. Then only banking institutions will know the credibility of the organization, and based on that they will provide the loan. Therefore, to know the credibility of the organization, to know the financial solvency of the organization, bankers are also interested to know the final accounts. That is second stakeholder. Third one is creditors. Whenever the business entity wants to purchase a material or goods from the market on credit basis, the person from whom the goods are to be purchased must know the credibility of the organization. If the person see that the business is sound, they will give you the credit facilities, and naturally creditors are also interested with this point of view. Fourth one is employees. If the employees of the organization are satisfied that the businessman or the company or the entity for which we are working is well in a position to give us regular salaries and wages to us, then they will also happy and they will provide the good employment facilities, or they will provide the good working with the working conditions of the organization, so that the profitability will increase. Lastly, government. Now, why government is interested to know in the financial position? Because based on the financial position, government will understand whether the entity will be able to make the payment of taxes, such as direct taxes or indirect taxes. These taxes, if their entity will be able to pay or not, that can be known with the help of these financial statements, and hence these all persons are involved and interested, called as the stakeholders, to know the financial position of the organization. Therefore, to know this, these are nothing but the stakeholders. Coming to the next slide, methods of maintaining financial capital accounts in the final accounts. There are mainly two methods for maintaining the capital accounts. What is capital? The capital requirement of the firm are met out of the amounts contributed by the partners. That means whatever contribution is made by the partner to start the business, or to run the business, or to expand the business, or to diversify the business in the partnership firm, is called as contribution of the partners in the form of capital. Therefore, amount so contributed, it is written here, amount so contributed by the partners towards the business of the firm is called as partners capital. Following are the methods of capital. Number one is fixed capital method. What is fixed capital method? Fixed capital method. Under this capital method, two separate accounts are maintained for each partner, namely partners capital account and partners current account. That means a partnership firm, when it maintains two separate capital accounts, that is partners capital accounts and partners current account, then that partnership firm is called as, is supposed to have following the fixed capital method. Second one is fluctuating capital method. Fluctuating capital method is that method. Under this capital method, only one separate account is required to be maintained by each partner. That is partner's capital account. There is no current account to be maintained separately. Only capital account is required to be maintained. This is regarding partners' capital accounts required to be maintained. Thereafter, next slide. Partnership deed. It is one of the important document in the case of partnership, that unless there is a partnership deed prepared by the partners, then there may be possibilities in future if there is a dispute, in future if there is any problem that may be caused as resulting into the quarrels or disputes among the partners. So to reduce those situations, or to avoid those situations, it is expected that one must have deed, that is agreement in writing. Partnership deed is nothing but an agreement in writing between the partners or among the partners. What do you mean by agreement in writing? Number one, that is in brief, these are the contents of partnership deed. First one is date of partnership. Date of partnership. Now what is date of partnership? That means on which date partnership agreement is prepared. That is date of partnership. Every partnership, each partnership which is maintaining its partnership agreement must have partnership deed, and on first page of the partnership agreement itself, date of partnership is mentioned. Second one is commencement and place of business. That is on which date the partnership has started. That is date of commencement. And from where it is started, or what will be the place of business. That is registered office or factory or situation of office, shop. These are the place of business. Next one is duration of partnership. This duration of partnership gives you the information regarding for how long the partnership will be, because based on duration there are three types of partnership. Number one, partnership at will. Number two, based on duration one can say there are three types of partnership. Partnership at will. Second one will be partnership for fixed period, and third one will be partnership for particular partnership. In detail when we will discuss partnership act, we will discuss, but right now I can say partnership by will means at the desire of partners. Partnership for fixed period, that means for say 2 years, 3 years, like that way. And particular partnership means partnership for particular venture, that is there, that has to be mentioned. Then capital contribution by partners has to be mentioned in partnership deed. Then profit or loss sharing ratios of the partners has to be mentioned in the partnership deed. In absence of information, it is assumed that the profits and losses are equal, but has to be mentioned. Then conditions regarding interest, remuneration, commission and drawings of the partners. Sometimes partnership may provide the information regarding remuneration, commission, drawings to be paid to the partners. In absence of information for remuneration and interest, income tax law will be applicable. Accordingly, maximum 12% interest can be paid to the partners as per income tax law, and for payment of remuneration there are certain conditions though will be followed. But here we are discussing final accounts of partnership. In the case of final accounts, we have to simply understand what is the given information regarding remuneration of the partners. That will be only taken into consideration. If nothing is given, don't pay remuneration, otherwise according to the requirement we have to pay. Then conditions for admission, retirement, death and dissolution of partner. That means in case there is a admission of new partner, what will be the treatment? In case there is a retirement of a partner, what will be the treatment? In case there is a death of the partner, what will be the treatment? And in case there is a dissolution of partnership firm, how to give the treatment? What are the conditions? What are the methods of recording, finalization of books? Those conditions are mentioned in partnership deed. Then methods of valuation of goodwill, that is either at the time of admission or retirement or death or dissolution of the firm, there is a necessity of valuation of goodwill, because goodwill is nothing but reputation of the business, and that can be done with the help of this partnership agreement. Then operation of bank account. It means suppose there are 4 partners. It may not be possible that all 4 partners will sign the every check of the partnership business. In such case, either one of them or two of them will be allowed to sign every checks or bank transactions, and that conditions mentioned in the partnership agreement is called as operation of bank account information. Then preparation of accounts and audit of books of accounts of the firm. Preparation of accounts. Every partnership firm, irrespective of business volume, has to prepare its books of accounts. And after fulfillment of certain conditions or after crossing certain turnover, turnover means sales or aggregate sales or purchases of the business entity during the financial year. If it exceeds certain amount of limit, say 2 crores rupees right now we are having, then those books of accounts are required to be audited by the practicing chartered accountants. And that's why preparation of accounts and audit of books of accounts of the firm has to be mentioned. Then arbitration in case of dispute among the partners. That means if in future there is a dispute between the partners or among the partners, such dispute may be referred to the person called as arbitrator. Who are the arbitrators? Arbitrators are the persons to whom to whom all the partners are knowing and whose judgment will be binding on those partners. That is called as arbitrators. Generally, they are appointed as per our Indian Arbitration Act 1996. And these arbitrators, if there is a dispute between the partners or among the partners, the matter may be referred to the single arbitrator, bench of members, double arbitrator, two members arbitrators, or bench of arbitrators, and their judgment will be binding on partnership firm. And lastly, signature of partners, major partners. I am using the word major partners. Why major partners? Because suppose there are three partners, A, B, and C, and assume that A is major, B is major, but C is minor. For your information, minor partner will not be eligible to sign the partnership agreement. Hence, only major partner signature will be appearing on the partnership deed. That is the regarding major partners. This is regarding this partnership deed information. The partnership deed information gives you in detail what are the contents of partnership or what is a partnership terms and conditions between the partners or among the partners. Next one, format of trading account. This is a specimen of trading account as usual. Opening stock. In the case of manufacturing organizations, they may prepare manufacturing account separately. In the case of trading organizations, only trading account will be prepared. How one can decide manufacturing or trading? It depends on the information given. Therefore, trading account usually contains number one, opening stock, then purchases, less returns means purchase returns, carriage inward, manufacturing expenses, production expenses, works manager salary. Sometimes there may be depreciation on machinery, plant, factory, that will be recorded. On credit side we will record sales less returns, then loss by fire, loss due to theft, goods taken over by partners, then goods distributed as free samples, closing stock of the goods, and gross loss. If the difference appears, on this side, it is called as gross profit, whereas if the difference appears on this side, it is called as gross loss. This is regarding trading account. Same way we have to prepare profit and loss account. Next format will be profit and loss account. Let us look at that. Profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March dash dash dash. Then whatever gross profit was there, that we will shift over here. This is your gross profit shifting. If there is a gross loss, it will be recorded over here. Then indirect income received, say commission received, interest received, discount received, that will be recorded as indirect income received. Then bad debts recovered. Sometimes old bad debts may be recovered from debtors, that will be recorded over here. Then excess provision for bad debts written off. We have last year we have made excess provision for bad debts, but now we find that the debtors will be recovered, therefore that will be considered here. Then on debit side we will find administrative expenses, selling and distribution expenses, financial expenses such as interest on loan or overdraft, term loans, etc. Amortization of expenses. Amortization means if we are having intangible assets such as goodwill, patent, trademark, deferred revenue expenses, etc., they have to be written off over a period of time, and that written off amount is called as amortization. Then depreciation. Depreciation, as all of us will know, that is reduction in the value of asset due to its wear and tear use, either for movable asset or immovable asset, that will be recorded here. Then bad debts and losses. If there is a bad debt for this year, that is a debt which is not recoverable from the debtor, or provision for doubtful debt will be recorded over here. And lastly, we will get net profit for the year. So these are the items which are usually appearing on the profit and loss account of the business. The next slide will be getting you profit and loss appropriation account. Now what indicates exactly profit and loss appropriation account? Let us see. Profit and loss appropriation account gives you the information regarding net profit as per profit and loss account. Then interest on drawings of the partners. That means if partners has taken excess drawings and on that they are paying interest, that is income for the business. And next one is capital oblique current account of partners, distribution of loss among the partners. How this loss means nothing but excess of expenditure over income. But before going for this loss, let us look at this situation. Net loss as per profit and loss account. If there is a loss, that will be transferred from profit and loss account. Then transfer to reserves, that is general reserve, capital reserve, etc. Thereafter interest on partners capital. Then if any paid, then that will be recorded. Then salary or remuneration paid to the partners, or partners capital account. That means excess of net profit will be transferred to partners capital account. That is transferred profit to partners capital account in their profit sharing ratio. This is your profit which will be transferred to the partners account in their profit sharing ratio. This is regarding preparation of profit and loss appropriation account. After this we will go for last part, I think, regarding balance sheet, that is balance sheet of the format. Balance sheet gives you the information regarding assets and liabilities. This side indicates liabilities, this side indicates assets. Liabilities are partners capital accounts, partners current accounts, reserves and surplus, partners loans, that is loan from partners, then long term liabilities, that is term loans, working capital loan taken from the financial institution, bankers, etc. Then current liabilities, that is creditors, bank overdraft, bills payable, outstanding expenses, pre-received income, etc. On asset side, we will have intangible assets, for example, goodwill, patents, trademarks, copyright, design, etc. Tangible assets will be of two types, uh, movable and immovable. Tangible assets, there may be depreciable tangible assets, non-depreciable tangible assets. Depreciable means building, factory, etc. They are depreciable, therefore they will be recorded in the inner column, and from that depreciation will be deducted and final figure will be recorded in the outer column. Then it may be movable assets, immovable assets, depreciable, non-depreciable. If it is not depreciable, this amount will not appear, then directly net figure will be. Investments held by the business organization in the form of shares, debentures, etc. Then current assets means stock, debtors, cash and bank balance, advances to staff, etc. Then lastly, partners current account. If there is a loss, a debit balance of the partners account, that will be appearing over here as a partners current account. So these are the items usually appear in the balance sheet of the organization. Next slide is regarding adjustment of partnership final accounts. What are the different items appearing for adjustment of partnership final accounts? These are usually items which are taken into for adjustment. Number one, outstanding expenses and prepaid expenses. If there is outstanding expenses, record it on balance sheet liability side, or prepaid expenses asset side. If you are passing journal entry, accordingly to effects will be given. Outstanding and pre-received income. That is, if you have received any income in advance, again it is a liability. If it is receivable, it is an asset. Depreciation on fixed assets, either movable or immovable, such as building, it is immovable asset. Vehicle, it is movable asset, on which if depreciation is provided, reduce it from the assets and record it on the profit and loss account or trading account debit side. If it is a machinery depreciation, debit to trading account. If it is a Furniture or office depreciation, it will be recorded in the profit and loss account. Next one is reserve for bad and doubtful debts. Provision to be made, reduced from debtors, recorded on balance sheet liability side. Reserve for discount on debtors and creditors. Accordingly, treatment will be given to the debtors and creditors. Deferred revenue expenditure, as we have discussed, amortization of expenses. Then bills receivable and bills payable discounted and dishonored. Accordingly, if adjustment is given, treatment has to be given. Wrongly included in sales and purchases will be deducted from the concerned sales or purchases and will be shown separately on the expenditure side or asset side or liability side, as the case may be. Goods lost in accident or by fire or distributed as pre-samples. Accordingly, treatment has to be given. Then interest, remuneration, commission, share of profit to the partners. Accordingly, adjustment will be considered. And lastly, closing stock of the partnership firm. So these are the abnormal adjustments usually considered while preparing the partnership final accounts. Last slide. Following item appears in the trial balance. Appear once only. Usually, if these items are appearing in the trial balance, we have to remember that they will be appearing only in once to be presented in financial statements. For example, trial balance closing stock is given, show on asset side of the balance sheet. In trial balance, outstanding expenses are given, show on liability side of the balance sheet. If outstanding income is given, show it on asset side of the balance sheet. If expenses prepaid are given, show it on asset side of the balance sheet. Income received in advance, show it on liability side of the balance sheet. Depreciation, show it on uh, profit and loss account debit side. And provision for depreciation, I will be referred either reduce it from the assets on balance sheet asset side or show it on liability side of the balance sheet. Therefore, these are the important varieties of transactions which will be taken into consideration. This is regarding brief presentation on partnership final account.